8 hospitals implicated in the NHIF scandal appeared before the Senate Health Committee led by Jackson Mandago. They defended themselves against accusations leveled against them. Afya Bora CEO defended his facility on the accusation of not meeting the level 4 threshold.
We wish to state that the allegations that many surgeries were done in a single day with one surgeon are false. Our hospital is well-equipped level 4 hospital with 2 modern theaters.
St. Peter's Orthopedic CEO was also on a defensive mode after being accused of doing surgeries that were not necessary and influencing demand. The senators also questioned the criteria used to suspend the hospitals.
A patient is admitted, medical care should be given, and your systems will only be activated on Monday. How can these medical practitioners be able to account for the services they have rendered when your systems cannot be logged in?
Because I read a lot of collusion here. Is NHIF punishing the facilities because of not complying? And I know you understand what that means in Kenyan language.
That we need to refund 14 million because we did surgeries that the dates of admission and discharge differs from the records. I think that's being unfair to us because we actually did these surgeries. The surgeries were done. The services were offered.
NHIF on its side says they had already started an investigation on 27 hospitals, including the 8 hospitals accused of fraudulently receiving NHIF funds, frequently for services not rendered.
What you are looking at today, Honorable Chair and members, are questions whether procedures were medically necessary. And we are relying on the NHIF audit department to tell us whether they were necessary. Our view as an association is that, with due respect to the audit department, so the audit department is not able to answer that question.
That indeed there was collusion between NHIF employees and fraudsters for this fraud of this magnitude to happen. And what NHIF did, some of which was in the media, was to take disciplinary action on a number of employees.
KMPDC, on the other hand, said it could not give a comprehensive report on the ongoing probe since NHIF failed to share its report with them. Out of the accused 8 hospitals, 6 have already received their operating license back. The hospitals include Jekim Medical Center, Amal Hospital, Afya Bora, Jekim Hospital Nkubu, Afya Bora Annex, St. Peter's Orthopedic, with Joy Nursing and Maternity Hospital, and Beirut Pharmacy still on suspension.
As we've said, the council had not yet received the official report, but the council will take up any findings and take action in line with its mandate. Where there is culpability, the council will take action.
What is happening? Why didn't you respond to KMPDC so they're able to discharge their mandate?
Honorable Chair, our culture is to respond to all inquiries and communication within the shortest time possible. The letter in question has not yet come to my attention or to my office.
Belden Waliaula, KTN News.
Ken, is this where the famous quote applies? That quote of Waligula, you know, like they ate. Everywhere people just want to eat. But looking at this challenge, this particular scandal, and now we are transitioning into the social health insurance fund. Are there loopholes that we can learn the way NHIF was handled that sort of to run SHIF better?
I mean, definitely the loopholes are there, but it seems a bit difficult sometimes to prove collusion. If you look at the allegations against Afya Bora, St. Peter's Orthopedic, and the 6 others, really one of the allegations is one surgeon was doing too many surgeries. Now, at what point is it a surgeon who is being extremely productive, and at what point is collusion? So it's one of those areas that I think needs to be looked at clearly, but there definitely has been a feeling, not just from now, but historically, that there has been collusion amongst private hospitals, public hospitals, NHIF officials. Nor you'll be surprised to hear, particularly in the maternity wards, the Kenyan average for cesarean section is about 40%. The global average is 12%. So there is that feeling that many times you find maternal doctors really preferring a cesarean section only because of the cost that it brings and the revenue it generates, and nothing to do with the mother. So some areas, there's a lot of integrity that is required. Really, can you ever legislate for integrity? You know, it's a moral question,
Yes.
and it's much harder. But definitely, I think it seems there's an opportunity to review the policies.
A hard place to be. I remember there was a picture that was trending a while back where there was this group of nurses that had come together, and as part of the investment they had invested in, was it a house, if I'm not wrong? Yeah, and people saw there was conflict of interest because you're directly responsible for the usage of this house in the long run, and that's where we're seeing. But now we're being told we're moving to social health insurance fund. Briefly, Ken, as we finish, what do you think is the new thing that works further from NHIF and works for Kenyans actually?
I think the only new thing is there'll be higher repayments. I think that's the main difference. I think there's an attempt to look at the American model of social security as a fundamental for healthcare. But still, I don't think, as I said in previous episodes, we've done a proper review and post-mortem of where NHIF, at least with the funding. I think the funding, again, if you have 3 million people paying for a system to serve 50 million people, there's something fundamentally unstable about that funding process. And I think that's where the conversation needs to begin before it continues to other areas.
Okay. Thank you very much, Ken. And I want us to finish on the same inspirational mode. We go back to our poet, Odoyo Aimbo. Let's listen to some other deep pieces before we come and close. Play it.
Yes, I will go.